Здорово всем. Мы продолжаем проходить Call of Juarez. Значит, потихоньку двигаемся дальше вперед. Посмотрим, кого мы еще сейчас уничтожим. Каких еще убийц.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Серый волк, эпизод 5.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Блин, я хотел бы сыграть именно вот за Апачи вот так вот. Там скайп прям снимать. Танцы с отступниками, чтобы там с луком там стрелять. На лошадях какую-нибудь перестрелку там скачешь, там отстреливаешься.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Давным-давно в далеких горах. Окей.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Угу. Сейчас я буду мочить Апачей. Ладно. А они где? Также внизу будут стоять или на деревьях? Так, направо, налево. Пойду направо.
They saw me before I saw them.
О! То, что они меня раньше увидели, это не значит, что они меня убьют.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Погодите! Меня прессуют Апачи с топорами. Или нет? Спокойно. Так, какой там... Вот, рейнджер, мне нравится. Рейнджер больше, если честно. Дурачок. Ау! Ну, прям в черепушку. Нифига, напугал меня.
It was rugged country. The winter home of the Chiricahuas.
Chiricahuas. Nope.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did.
Chiricahuas.
I've got a lot of those.
В атаку, а? Ты дурак? Ай, блядь, больно. Куда ты стрельнул? Ну, что ж ты? Охренеть, вот это я прорвался. Ой. Ух, прямо в лоб... Ой, ой, спокойно. Убил?
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch
Туда не
black in
пойду.
there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Тут ничего нет, да, у вас? Я думал, мог хоть это, что-нибудь такое, секретик какой-то. Ублюдки! Что-то я очень хреново отстрелял.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Ой, попал в меня.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Больно.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Так, что у нас там дальше? При приближении при прицеливании задержите дыхание, будете точнее цель, спокойно фокусировать на одной цели за раз и получить дополнительное приближение. Ага, понял. Хотя это херня на самом деле, мне кажется. Ух, хладнокровно, хотя получил. Оу-оу-оу-оу. Бог, увернулся в прыжке.
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Так.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
В смысле? Как?
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep
Что происходит?
from the mountains.
Мне нравится так
Didn't quite
отстреливать.
get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes.
Блин.
And
Oh!
indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood.
Ой! Ну, промазал. Все что ли? Давай еще.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. but suddenly one just appeared, kind of like a miracle.
Ускорение перезарядки быстрым нажатием. Чего? Быстро на кнопке, аккуратнее обращайтесь с патронами. А, мне нажимать, он быстрее Что за хрень? Понял. Я тебя догоню, ублюдок.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back.
Догоню!
After it, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo.
Мамбо-джамбо.
Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy.
Пошли нахрен, не мешайте мне!
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of
At least 3 or 4.
Тихо, спокойно.
more than that, little lady.
Надо успокоиться. Промазал.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate
не
Grey
попал.
Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap. Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
Давай.
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Давайте!
And in the end, a
Точно
path
сотня
appeared
была.
before me that I had not seen before.
Отстрелял просто так. Поймайте серого волка.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey
Uh-huh.
Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Ничего не хочу сказать, это было красиво. По центру только стоишь,
And never did collect
убийство
my
в падении.
goddamn bounty.
Нормально. Это где-то я столько падал.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Братья Далтоны. Эпизод 6.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Так, что, я там буду на их стороне? Меня зовут Охотником за головами. Опять перестрелки в городе.
It was early morning. One of my friends was
это
a
мой,
local
да?
gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to
С этим
rob two banks
постреляемся.
at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Погнали!
The story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding
Это свои.
about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeyville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get
Куда
away,
идти-то?
half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
вот банк.
The boys grew up in Coffeyville, so everybody knew him. Bank teller trick, he got us the safe wouldn't open
Чисто.
till 9:30.
Вау.
Brothers paid dearly for their
Такие еще
stupidity,
мозги, кровища
but
такая.
everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Подожди. Быстрое прицеливание. Выбирайте цель быстрее. Ваша скорость прицеливания любого оружия на 30%. Пошло дело. Давай, цели быстрее. А где?
Now they finally had them dead to rights. But those boys had a reputation as stone cold
Да
killers.
в кого стрелять-то?
Marshals took every precaution, knowing they wouldn't go easy. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait to see.
Оп, перезарядился.
Bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Ага, лестница.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Да, подойти сзади к банку.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Я смогу запрыгнуть, да, к ним или что?
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Сыграть тут нормально приукрашено.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild hunter.
А вот и Джонни! А, нет еще?
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
И все, что ли?
Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Ой, красиво, зачистка банка. В мозги. Son of a bitch. Смородок где-то рядом. Ага. Вышибаем дверь. Промахнулся я каким-то макаром. Бам-бам.
Victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Не, ладно, дай, верни мне револьвер с узором. Давай попробуем револьвер с узором.
His name was
Silas Greaves.
And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Так, своя история. Так, ладно, другая история.
It was early evening, not high noon.
Сука, сколько людей, столько и мнений.
Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Федеральный банк. Лидер, любовник. Ох, братья Далтоны.
I'd been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
Да, в смысле, дайте походить, меня пиздят.
Finally, they did.
Не дайте Далтонам сбежать.
Decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville. Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons.
Пресса.
They were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, as those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Ух.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all
Я
the
даже не
old
успеваю
feuds
прочитать
and
такой
caught
этой
fire all
суматохе.
at once. There
Где-то
was a
рядом
hell of
с
a lot of
самородок.
pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Так, а где самородок? Вот. Поднимемся наверх, посмотрим. Чисто. О! Чисто.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer.
Фигня!
They stood together. They set a
Уворачиваюсь.
trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
А где? Куда идти? Ага.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
Давай.
This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a risk.
О, бежим, бежим. О! Ой, бляха-муха. Бежим! Ура, прям в жопу. Последней пулей буквально
Emmett Dalton survived the
в
robbery in
головешку.
Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Согласен, я в него нашмыглял нормально так.
But I have to admit,
Правдивая история.
that boy had grit.
О, первое свидетельство 3 из 3. Ну, вот такой довольно коротенький получилось, но с индейцами мне понравилось больше. Хотя захватывать банд меня тоже порадовало. Особенно разные истории, разные мнения. Так одно и то же несколько раз так чик-чик-чик-чик прошло. Но с индейцем было поприкольней. Ну что, а на этом я с вами прощаюсь. Как всегда, не скучайте. И увидимся в новых видео. Пока-пока.